Today we want to talk about obeying God's commands. Because most people say they know God, but the Bible tells us that only the people that obey God's commands truly know God. And that makes a lot of sense. Because if we think about all of the problems that we have in the world, it's because we failed to love everyone. Humans, animals, and we don't love the environment. So we end up with all of these kinds of problems we have in the world. And that's God's greatest commandment, is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your might, and your mind, your being, everything that you are. So if we fail to do that, then we can't know God. Well, if we look around the world, I guess the easiest way to tell is that there's hundreds of millions of animals that suffer and die every year. There's 100 billion of them. And they suffer and die because of the human hardness of heart and the indifference to their suffering. That means we don't love. All of the prejudice that's in the world, because we don't love. You know, they'll say, my brother. Well, a brother is not, your brother is a brother in the Lord, a spiritual brother, anybody else. And in fact, even Francis of Assisi called the animals his brothers and sisters. And we have to think about the relationships. We cannot cause any of the strife or violence or pain or suffering or death that this world says is natural. The only one that likes that is the devil, because it pulls us away from God. And that's why in 1 John he wrote that the only people that can know God are those that follow or are obeying his commands. Amen?